Introduction. Though it's been years since I've worked directly with athletes, I still consider myself a coach. And though my primary area of focus is no longer in sports, I still teach the principles, lessons, and strategies that apply to the court and the field. Sports are elemental. They're about performing in pressure moments, managing your emotions through adversity, communicating with others towards a collective goal, and staying disciplined when others don't. I think of these as fundamentals, and no matter your domain, your ability to do them will distinguish you from everyone else, even those who may have more opportunity, natural talent, or intelligence. I've never believed that what you have is most important, but rather what you do with what you have. That's what matters most. The highest performers in all walks of life have taken full ownership of themselves, their work, and their choices. They got to where they are and have stayed there because they have chosen to establish, refine, and repeat the habits that serve them best. These men and women understand that you can't be selective when it comes to excellence. How we do anything is how we do everything. I've worked with the likes of NBA stars Kevin Durant and Victor Oladipo when they were young and watched superstars like Kobe Bryant and Steph Curry in their private routines. I've sat across from Mark Cuban and Jesse Itzler as they talked about how they built their empires and interviewed Jay Billis and Jay Williams about how mental toughness creates success. In sports or business or anything else, the best aren't the best by accident, genetics, or good fortune. They are at the top because of their commitment to the fundamentals. True superstars never get bored with the basics, and they never underestimate their importance. My primary job is to inspire, guide, and coach people on the fundamental building blocks of high performance, both individually and organizationally. I think of my role as one who works to inspire, motivate, and instruct people in the ways of the basics. Nobody wins all of the time, mental performance coach Brian Levinson told me. Levinson works in both business and athletics, recognizing the natural bridge that exists between the two. And I think it's one of the values in sports, the value of learning that losing is possible. I agree 100%. Losing, failure, and obstacles are real, and there's not a sport in the world that doesn't have those ideas baked in. A game literally doesn't make sense without them. Pro athletes, even successful ones, lose. Sometimes constantly. Athletes are also well-versed in making mistakes, dropping passes, missing shots, and stepping out of bounds. There's a reason our everyday language has absorbed the terms from sports to mean errors: fumble, strikeout, choke. For athletes, the failure and the requisite feedback are constant. If they don't absorb and make use of that feedback, they won't be playing very long. Because of this, sports are a wonderful way to study improvement, success, and adaptation. Jerry Seinfeld, one of the all-time great comedians, once said, "If you could take your experiences and ask to trade them in, the last ones I would trade would be the failures. Those are the most valuable ones." He's not the best in spite of those failures. He's the best because of them. And he's the best because he knows this. This work is my calling. I am passionate about serving, impacting, influencing, and connecting with people. Experience has taught me that success is a choice, and I want to inspire and empower people and organizations to make that choice. I've turned a successful basketball performance coaching career into a professional speaking business. Now, major companies from all over the world hire me to teach, train, and consult on effective leadership, performance, and teamwork. My time as a coach with top high school players led me to opportunities with pros, so I've seen both sides of the coin. What it takes to get there, and what it takes to remain there. My last book, Raise Your Game, was all about bringing your A game to your job, your relationships, and your life. But that is really only half the battle. Keeping it up is even harder. The commitment to raising your game in any area of life is no easy feat. But the commitment to sustaining your game is even more challenging. An athlete has to execute on the play, for the season, and for a career. In business, publishing, or whatever your field, succeeding along these three timelines is equally important. The moment, short term, the stretch, medium term, and the long haul, long term. Sustain Your Game is about succeeding in all three, looking at the particular challenges of all three timelines. In the moment, we have to battle stress. In the stretch, we have to fight stagnation. In the long haul, we have to beat burnout.